Welcome to episode 111 of the OVW podcast, the original podcast of Ohio Valley Wrestling. My name is Jack Minogues.
I'm Brian Hines.
And no, I did it last week. Please introduce yourself, Brian Allen.
You're good, man.
I did not mean to interrupt you.
You're good.
And I didn't mean to do it again.
You're good, man. He meant it.
We're learning and growing here.
Yeah, exactly. No, and I'm Brian Allen, a.k.a. Omni Puma.
And it's actually episode 112.
That's a
deduction. There we go, baby.
Ah,
Yep,
crap.
that's a deduction.
How did we miss that last week?
Because
it would have stuck out to me because 111. My
who
dad was a big
knows?
11,
I'm sorry. My bad again.
Today we're getting into all the action from OVW Rise. Is it 1360?
It is, in fact, 1360.
I just wanted to make
We're
sure.
sure about this?
Yes.
Okay.
Which was emanating live from legendary Hot Point Arena originally on September 4th. Cannot believe we are in September already. Can't wait to get in all the action here this evening, guys. Excited to be doing this again with you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Yep, always fun, man.
And I enjoyed this last week, so I'm going to do it again this week. Tiny Brian, can you read the...
It's a brand new thing. We're doing a new thing. Hey, folks, when you go to OVW Live, whether it's at the legendary Hot Point Davis Arena or anywhere where the OVW takes their ring and brings their people, take photos, take videos, and then tag us in them when you put them on social media. Put them in the OVW fan zone, which you can find by searching on Facebook. It's right there for you. Tag them at hashtag OVW Live, and tag us at OVW Podcast. We want to see them. We want to talk about them. Every Thursday, you can find OVW at the legendary Hot Point Davis Arena. Doors open at 5:45. Action starts about 6:15. 6:30, it's Overdrive. At 7 o'clock, it is OVW Rise. The hottest tickets in town. 2 hours of the hottest action in Louisville. Be there. Then we know that coming up September 27th, 2025 at LaPorte Civic Auditorium. The LaPortatorium is OVW will be bringing their show there. On September 28th at Hot Point.
Great little promo for the LaPorte Civic Auditorium show in this past week's episode.
It really was. The videos are continuing to impress. Honestly,
Progress.
The production values. Okay.
I like the shots of Louisville.
Can we give
Yeah.
Hines some more,
We
please?
sure can. Well, we can try. You might need to actually rotate your mic so that it's facing your mouth a little
It
better.
is directly facing.
That sounds much better. I think you might have just been a little off mic.
Probably.
Okay. Sounds well. All right. Let's see. Yeah, LaPortatorium. Love that promo. I rolled to the bottom of my page. There we go. Owensboro, Owensboro, Kentucky, November 1st, 2025. Owensboro Event Center. And the last thing we know about right now is at a little place called Jungle Gym's Oscar Event Center in Fairfield, Ohio. It's an amazing place. It is November 21st, 2025. OVW will be there. Get your tickets to this and all the events at OVWtix.com. We will be right back with the podcast broadcast team, plus Brian Allen's breakdown of OVW 1360 right after this.
Hey, folks. Jack Minogues here. OVW Podcast. Original podcast of Ohio Valley Wrestling. I just wanted everybody to know that I cut my fingy a couple days ago, and it was in the same place that I cut my fingy a couple weeks ago, and it bled through like 3 sets of Band-Aids. It was really crazy, and that's a unique Kentucky story, and if you were ever trying to find other unique Kentucky stories, you can find them at bluegrasshomefront.com and on Bluegrass Homefront and all of your podcast-based listening things. What's the word? Apps? Is app an okay word?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wherever you get your podcast.
That's
usually
what I
wherever
was.
you get your podcast.
That's what I was looking for. Wherever you get your podcast, you can find Bluegrass Homefront at bluegrasshomefront.com and wherever you get your podcast. And now back to the OVW podcast already in progress.
Yay! Good job, man.
All right.
I was going to add something, but you did fine.
No, please. We can still. The ad's still going. Let's
Well,
do it.
we were talking this weekend, and a couple of things kind of bled over between what we were talking about.
Yeah, like my fingy.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't exactly what I had in mind. We were talking about Bluegrass Homefront. We were talking about Twin Peaks. We were talking about some other things, and there are a couple of Kentucky ties.
Okay.
Which could be episodes of Bluegrass Homefront that they could also be tie-ins to Twin Peaks as well.
Speaking of like weird Kentucky tie-ins, I just found out Warren Beatty is born in Louisville today.
It seems like I knew that.
That's
I
weird.
think I may have known that at some point too.
I feel like that was useless knowledge I had in my teens that I've long since forgotten.
Best Warren Beatty movie, obviously Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
Certainly for those of us born of a certain generation.
And if you ask Warren Beatty, that's definitely the favorite one he ever did.
No kidding.
And then Network, number 2.
Yeah, he's mad as PG-13 and he's not taking it anymore.
Well, that's George C. Scott.
but was he the evil producer in that one?
Yeah, Warren Beatty was. And then third best Warren Beatty movie, while we're on Bluegrass Homefront subject, Toy Story 3, where he was the evil teddy bear.
He did make a good evil teddy bear.
I didn't realize that's who that was.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
That's actually how I found out, is because I was trying to remember. I watched Toy Story 4 over the weekend, and I was trying to remember who the evil bear was in Toy Story 3, and I was like, wait, that was Warren Beatty? Funny fact, too. And both of these tie into Kentucky as well. Warren Beatty from Kentucky, his last movie was Toy Story 3, the Disney Pixar film.
Okay.
Paul Newman, who played a Kentuckian in probably his most important role or biggest role that he's ever done. The role that he played in The Color of Money and the role that he played in The Hustler. He's a Kentuckian in that. His last movie was Cars 3, Disney Pixar Cars 3.
So there's no Kentucky connection, but while we're talking about legendary actors whose last movie was animated.
I made the Kentucky connection. And Warren Beatty's from Louisville. And,
I'll count it.
And he's in The Color of Money, which is his only Oscar. Paul Newman's only Oscar. He played a Kentuckian. So.
I will, but while we're talking about legendary actors,
And the character was based on a book that the author was from Lexington.
wow.
So yeah, there is Kentucky connection there.
Count it.
So Orson Welles' last role was as the voice of Unicron in Transformers the movie back in '85.
That is one of the coolest, funniest things that's ever happened in the history of Hollywood.
It's what makes that movie, like, it helps it literally improves the whole movie. Him and Nimoy, and there's a whole group of people who are in
Whoa,
it.
really?
Yeah.
Nimoy's in that?
Yeah, he plays Galvatron.
Yeah, that's cool.
No fooling.
No fooling.
Galvatron's my
Wow.
favorite city in Texas.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hey, guys, wrestling.
And
The
now
love and the passion we all share.
And now we're back to the OVW podcast.
Already in progress.
You can get your tickets for all of those
Yeah,
events
yeah,
at
baby, that's it.
OVWtix.
I think I
.com.
said that, but...
You didn't spell it, so that's a deduction.
Oh, okay.
He also, go ahead and take another one. He didn't mention No Rest for the Wicked at Hot Point Davis Arena, September 28th.
Oh, my.
What the French toast?
Look, I'm
Shut
not...
the front door.
I'm not good at everything. I'm sorry.
Quick list of things what you're good at.
I can
I'm
eat
so
little.
sorry.
I
I'm
can
so
eat little
sorry.
Debbie cakes pretty well.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. Sounded way meaner than I intended it to. I'm so sorry.
But it made for great content.
What'd y'all think of the De Niro family, or as they've been called this week, family business?
My first thought was, what's in the box? But that's a Seven reference.
Well, you come out with a box. Everybody wants to know.
What's in the box?
There's got to be an actor from Seven that's in Kentucky, but we're past that segment now. I love that they finally have a name,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? They came out looking like a tag team, great look. They've been doing like the tag team look thing since they were introduced as a package, you know,
Right.
dressing the same. They're obviously father and son, so there's the tag team package, even if they weren't dressed the same, right?
Yeah.
But this week, getting to see them as a tag team, the name, all of that stuff, first match of the week, I thought this was a great spot for them and a more elevation to their level on the card as well. Finally getting a minted name.
And Jackman, you are not on social media, so you may not have seen, but apparently the families have all named Jay De Niro as the godfather of OVW.
Like the 5 families?
Yeah, well, I don't know. They didn't say how many. There wasn't a number given. But
Oh,
there is a
there's-
video online where basically he has a meeting with somebody. We never see their face. Their back is to camera. But they're looking at Jay De Niro and Tommy standing by in a suit. And basically he said, the families have met and you're in charge now, and they give him a ring.
Oh, that's great.
Speaking of, have you seen that thing?
You can get a replica. They're like, I think they're only like, yeah, you can get your own.
That's so dope.
Yeah, it's something. That's clunky, and if you hit somebody with it, they're going to know it.
Yeah, I can't wait for Jay to hit somebody with that ring.
Yeah,
I'm
me
just
too.
saying.
You gotta see it.
I'm hoping that it's Superior Tony Evans or Drew Hernandez.
I actually do have another Kentucky reference in film and classic film and all of that stuff. The meeting in the first Godfather movie between the 5 families. One of the families is, of course, from Newport, Kentucky.
Really?
Which was a massive...
Vegas before Vegas.
Yeah, it was a massive gang. No, I shouldn't say gang, but mafia area.
Yeah, in the 60s and 70s, it most
Drinking
definitely was.
Yeah.
And
So, yeah, I mean, we can keep them going. Anytime a movie comes up today, I'll try to find a Kentucky reference for it. How's
I
that?
got one for you since we're on the subject of Newport. Rain Man.
Is that where they...
Where he counts the matches or the toothpicks that fall on the floor. That was shot in Newport, Kentucky at an Italian restaurant called Pompilio's.
Is it good?
Outstanding.
Is it still there?
Yes.
Okay.
And there are 2 sides to it. There's one side that's kind of like an open kind of dining room, but then the other side where they actually shot that shot is more preserved to look like it did in the movie.
That's dope. That's amazing. And I would say, if I had to guess, being that it's in, northern Kentucky, and it's an Italian restaurant, it probably saw some business.
I want to say it dates back to 1929, so yeah, if that's the case, it definitely did.
That's kind of like right when the American Mafia started to kind of congregate power.
yeah.
So
We're not trying to imply any connection between the two. It's just happy coincidences in terms of timelines.
Yeah, no, I mean, you got to eat. I've seen every Mafia movie, and I watched The Sopranos. They love eating more than they love killing people.
Oh, and it's so good there.
Me too,
Yeah.
actually.
For me, 49-51. I'll let you guys decide which one. But spoiler alert, I've never killed anybody. So I did hit a bird once with my car, and I cried.
What
But
kind
I
was it?
don't blame you.
it was like a little
Dead?
robin.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah,
I hit
I'm
a
the same
turkey.
way. I don't like hurting animals, man.
I do remember this story.
I hit a turkey with my car.
How many deers have you hit,
Oh
too?
my gosh.
With this car or just total?
We're going to want
With
With this car.
That's
Yeah, I
a
want to
funny
know with this
answer.
car.
Yeah.
2 with this car.
You've
Right.
had,
What?
you have and you've had this thing for like 7 years?
About that.
Yeah.
My last car, I hit 2 deer in a month.
You're not
Right
lying.
after I got it. I started working at Amazon. I was driving along 52 in Ohio. Major water source on one side of the road. Nothing but wildlife and homeland for deers on the other side. Who made the connection right off the bat? I don't know, but I know who it wasn't. This guy.
I think you made the connection when you hit the deer.
Twice.
I'm pretty sure that mom and dad deer, when they're tucking in baby deers at night, are like, beware the brown Hans.
Yeah.
He will kill. He's like the boogie. You're like the boogeyman of deer.
Of antler population in southern Ohio.
Wait, you've hit moose too?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
Goals.
you just extended it to antler population. I was like, he has more stories.
I mean, there could be at some point. But if
gonna
there,
get stories,
if
more
there were more
bodies.
moose in southern Ohio, chances are I probably would have hit them by now.
So we've gotten off to a great start here.
Yeah, we sure
I'll say this, and we can kind of move on in the interest of time. I think that the Sin City Outlaws with their cousin Jane, that's growing. I think that was a kind of a much needed addition to their team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a little more personality.
Yeah, a little too generic.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
They solidified a lot more.
Yes,
in
I
this
agree.
episode.
I agree.
I really did, and I love the fact that one of them is going by the Gambler.
That is cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I
That's
like
cool.
that quite a bit.
You're not gonna make any jokes about that or anything.
We're gonna let it simmer for a little bit. And then I'll
He
drop
knows
one
when
in
to hold
later.
him.
Yeah.
There's the joke.
Y'all
There's
wanna
what I-
see how it
There's
ends?
what I was
Yeah,
looking for.
there it
Yep.
is.
Let's see it.
Double clothesline.
Yeah, Jay looking so strong throughout this
is,
match.
man.
I mean, Tommy Boy De Niro did like a majority of what I would consider the heavy lifting.
And watch this.
I've never seen a human get higher on a springboard.
No, that was pretty impressive.
No, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Well, and we've talked about this too, kind of in other weeks, is
Lord.
when you have Jay helping with the springboard here, it further differentiates their two offenses and their two characters. And like, yes, they are father and son. Yes, they're the De Niros. Yes, they work well together, and they're in this tag team now, and they've got their sights set on Tony Evans and Drew Hernandez. But like, I can't explain how important it is, in my mind at least, to consistently differentiate Jay De Niro from Tommy Boy De Niro.
Yeah.
They've got a
Absolutely.
good dynamic.
Yes.
They have complementary skill sets.
Yes.
I mean, you're not going to see Jay De Niro up on the top rope,
No,
but
don't want to
that'd be
either.
cool.
no, I don't.
No,
need-
Jay, we
Doesn't
love
need
you.
it.
I do once. I do once because it would be cool.
It
Yeah.
would be cool. Yeah.
Sure, at least one time.
We'll go from there.
But Tommy's the high flyer. Jay's the one that's got the strength and the knowledge, and they're a great fit. Not to mention the fact that you've got that connection, that father and son connection. I know you don't have any kids.
I do not either.
Okay, well,
It's just you and me, kid.
when you get there one of these days, you'll understand.
You wait till the next time me and Brian Allen go to Horse and Jockey Baby.
Hey, man,
Wait,
never
the
know what
next
happens.
time you didn't make it
Never
the
know
last
what
No,
time.
we didn't make it the last time.
didn't. No,
But-
no, we tried this weekend again.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down. It is pay week, so I do have a little bit extra skrill. So
So,
Oh yeah.
can I just say that I could watch Jay De Niro hold Tommy Boy back for about 45 minutes, just continuously.
It's entertaining.
Just grab him and throw him, and he charges and
Based on the
lunges
amount of
over the arm.
espresso Tommy's had throughout the course of the day, that is very easily possible. I could see that happening for 45 minutes straight.
I'm working late because I'm a wrestler.
Great first match though.
Yeah,
It
no,
was.
no.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great
Perfect way to start
off
the show.
Jinx.
Jinx.
Damn.
Well, now this podcast just becomes about them trying to keep saying the same things.
Actually, I think off mic, well, it's just you and us here. I think that we said it so close to the same time that now Brian Allen has to do the rest of the show for up by himself.
Oh, good
I don't think either one of us are allowed to
Oh,
talk.
good Lord. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, no, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
Take
do
us
it.
into the second match,
No,
Mr. Allen.
no, seriously, let's do it.
Okay, so in bout 2 of the night, we had Boy Toy Troy and Coach Prime come out with that whistle that he loves oh so much.
Oh yeah, he's got
I do
that
not.
whistle all right.
Yeah, and Boy Toy took on Brandon Davis, who is going through a lot right now, romantically and when you get into love triangle stuff, it gets real interesting. But he had to focus on the fight tonight, and man, it was. I was gonna ask y'all's input after I do a little bit, but
No,
you
dude.
can keep the no talking if you want.
No,
Okay.
dude, don't, yeah, no, do your analysis.
They were kidding, man. No,
do
great
your-
job.
No,
Yeah.
great job, great job.
So, yeah, that whistle, man. Coach Prime, he does not. I haven't been in person yet to hear how devastating that whistle might be, not just to the opponent, but maybe the crowd.
Let me give you a frame of reference.
Yeah.
When my son was little, he had, and it's still at the house because I saw it and I was going to try to sneak it out into a box for Goodwill, but he happened to find it this past week.
Oh, man.
He's got a toy trumpet, and it just
Oh,
makes this
no.
one note, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Oh no!
and I was trying to get it out of the house before he saw it again. He's like, hey, don't donate that. I like that.
Yeah.
When he was little,
Yeah.
get to the point where you were ready to pull your hair out or just snatch it out of his hands and break it. That is the level of annoyance
Oh, my
that
gosh, yeah.
this whistle is from
Yeah.
Coach
I
Prime.
got
So
you, yeah.
good job, man.
Yeah, we got to start taking it away earlier, man, because
Yeah.
that's a nuisance. That's a weapon.
That's a nuisance. I kind of the first time, I guess a few weeks ago when we saw Coach Prime and he had the clipboard, he was drawing plays.
That's perfect.
I'm like, I kind
I
of
love it. I love what he's
Yeah.
doing. Dude.
Yeah,
I love
like
it, man.
I wanted to see less whistle for me, more clipboard. The clipboard was hilarious.
Right.
Clipboard was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Or both.
Or no, I mean, do both. Just stack them on top of each other. I mean, Steven, take a note out of Steven Steele's page. Just keep stacking gimmicks on.
Yeah.
Just hat on a hat on another hat
On
That's it.
on a fancy vest.
That's it, man.
on a beanie.
That's perfect.
So obviously, I think anytime we see Brandon Davis over the next few weeks, we're going to be talking not only about Brandon Davis, we're going to be talking about Steven Steele, and of course, Lovely Linda Kay.
Of course.
This was not just the match between Boy Toy Troy and Brandon Davis, but the talking segment afterward with Steven Steele. This was all one segment in my mind,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there was one person who really, really held this entire segment together for me, and it was Linda Kay.
Yeah.
Linda Kay's
Doing it.
ability, I believe it. I think she's actually got a crush on the guy. Like I know she does. I know she doesn't. You know, because we're watching a television show. Maybe she does. I don't know. I don't know nothing. But like I believe this like love-struck teenager thing that Linda Kay is doing.
And it was very chivalrous of him to come out with one single red rose and give it to her before the match.
Yeah. And I still think that, honestly, we saw a lot more. We talked about this last week in terms of, like, first off, Brandon Davis takes victory over Boy Toy Troy. But we talked about this last week, who was the heel, who was the baby face out of this. Because you and I are a little younger, but, like, there is this concept of, like, the nice guy on the internet.
Yes, there is.
Oh, you know, I'm the best you can ever do. I'm this, I'm that. But he ultimately just like a pretty manipulative guy and a pretty like skeezy guy.
Nice guy syndrome.
Yeah, nice guy syndrome.
That's it. Yep.
And there was like a moment where I was like, oh, Brandon Davis might be doing nice guy syndrome.
Yeah.
Last week. This week, I see very clearly who the heel is.
Yeah.
Linda likes, from a kayfabe perspective, likes Brandon Davis a lot.
Yeah.
And Steven Steele is losing his goddamn mind over it.
Yes, he is.
I think we finally saw the crowd start to turn on
Steven Steele.
Steven a little bit.
Absolutely.
And they had a very tough needle to thread here. And honestly, Linda Kay, again, back to she's the one that held this together for me. She's the glue for me this week. She's the only person who could have made Brandon Davis a baby face and Steven Steele the heel here. Her being in the middle of this is
Moved the energy.
yes. It is the only reason people are moving away from Steven Steele.
Before we get too far afield and into the talky parts, do you want to see how the actual match ended?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, please.
Pretty good match here. I really
was,
enjoyed it.
yeah.
I thought
Almost every match tonight was like exceptional.
I love how
Elevation.
Brandon Davis got that whistle. I hope he kept
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I hope he gives it to Linda next week.
I love the pound to the ring right there. Very, very kind of comic booky move by Brandon to set up his finisher here.
Yeah.
No, it's a good display of his character for sure.
And back in over 1, 2, 3 high stack there on Boy Toy Troy. Not only kind of the talking segment between Steven Steele, but the shots of Steven in the back brooding during the Brandon Davis match.
We saw it right there. As soon as it hit 3, we cut to him being very upset. Here we can show it again.
Great production again.
There he is.
The funniest thing about Steven coming out in the talking segment that follows this match, is subsequent to this match, is the addition of the hat. Like, it's almost as if before he knew he was going to be on TV, he needed to dress up a little bit more.
Well, he had the hat on, and then
He took it off
He
when
took
he
it
lost.
off.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
he,
So he
he
put
was
it
just
back.
beside himself, you know,
Yeah,
the fact
that's
that
upsetting.
Brandon Davis won.
That's right.
But he is definitely image conscious, our friend Steven Steele.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you be if you looked like that?
I mean,
I mean,
sure.
are you sure? He looks like Cowboy Curtis.
Look, he said however it looks is not the point. The point is he wants to look the way he looks.
Do you know?
Yeah, you don't do that by accident. That's for damn sure.
Do you guys know who Curtis Sliwa is?
I feel like I should. Why does that vaguely ring a bell?
A Republican nominee for mayor in the city of New York. He also wears like a tiny red hat.
Okay.
And I think it's very funny that Cowboy Curtis wears a tiny red hat, and they're both named Curtis. Guys, seriously, if you guys like wrestling, you should get into the New York primaries. They are insane every year. Like, as like a low-key politics nerd, like the New York primaries, doesn't affect my life at all, and really doesn't affect the future of the world at all. They are dog races. They are some of the most entertaining things I've ever seen in my life. They are wrestling storylines.
Does anybody use a steel chair?
Check that out.
Are there stipulation matches?
I have a feeling there might be this year.
Those are debates, yeah.
No, I think that there's going to be a lot of stipulations added to the New York primaries, so that who is now probably going to win won't indeed end up winning. But that's a different podcast, guys.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, like the New York primaries on both sides are high tier wrestling drama. They're so fun every few years when they come around. I love paying attention to them. Anyway,
Check that out. Yeah.
Curtis Sliwa, he started the Guardian Angels. they like make sure people don't get like shot at gas stations and like
Yeah,
walk
I remember that.
walk people home. That's his kind of claim to fame.
Yeah.
And he's running for New York mayor now. He's not going to win. He's not even the most popular person in his party. But anyway, sorry guys. It's almost midterm season, and I'm feeling a little frisky.
I love the insight, man.
So yeah, I guess to kind of end it all, we're gonna see a lot more Brandon Davis and Steven Steele. And
Oh yeah.
agree. First off, good. Second off, I think that we have more defined roles in this moving forward.
Yeah.
And again, Linda holding this piece together. Like truly the best part of this thing is the person not in the ring. It's Linda Kay. She's doing fantastic. We had a returning-ish Dustin Jackson. I feel like I haven't seen him as much. It feels like he was always so prominent on the card, up until recently. And
Yeah, he was for most of last
Yeah,
year.
last fall, he was everywhere.
And now, he's a little bit more spotty in terms of when he shows up. But he went up against OVW media champion Jake Lawless this week. And honestly, as I was sitting and watching it, I was like, man, they really kind of screwed over Jake, intermediate champion, and I'm here. Like, I was like, man, the moment this I saw the poster for this, I was like, there's no way Dustin doesn't win this.
That's what I thought.
Same here.
Yeah.
That's not what happened, though.
No, this one kind of shocked me. I didn't know that was something you could do to get disqualified.
I didn't either.
I mean,
No,
I've been watching
no.
wrestling for 40 years, and I had no idea that if you threw somebody over the top rope in OVW, that's it. You're
I
out.
didn't. I was shocked.
Yeah, you want to see that? That was a
Please.
weird moment
Sure.
for me too. Let's go to that, shall we?
Well, and there was a couple of times, not only with this disqualification here, but later on in the evening main event between Starrider and Cal Hero, where I think we were just trying to, with this disqualification specifically, trying to give the referee a little bit more power inside of the ring.
Yeah.
And then later on in the main event, same referee, Dallas, who, if you are a longtime listener of this podcast, was one of the first times we ever looked around at each other and said, hey, why don't the referees have personalities?
Yeah.
Was after Dallas body slammed Tony Evans at a house show.
At the Manchester.
That was great. That's still one of my favorite OVW moments ever.
And I'm not saying they're doing this, but between Dallas deciding to throw the match out between Jake Lawless and Dustin Jackson, and then later on in the evening commentary saying that the referee is in control of the match. You have to do what I say. It doesn't matter what you want to do.
I did notice that. Yeah.
There was even a moment where Dustin talked backstage to Cal and Star Rider later in the evening. So it's Dallas is definitely the featured player in this episode, to be sure.
Yeah, he explains the rules of the match behind stage before. No, and Dallas is very cool, very charismatic, and easy to watch, and has like legit television chops.
Yeah.
And once again, the good hair has grown back. So
He's not the type of guy, maybe more than any wrestler, on-screen presence, certainly referee. You don't have to teach him about where to find the mark on a camera.
No.
So like slipping him into these positions, maybe running the idea or the experiment of the ref with personality through Dallas, maybe he's kind of the only choice, right? I don't know. Is that making sense?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
It's plenty. Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of old episodes of the podcast, and
Which one?
ours,
Really?
and I'm just trying to like
Ew.
brush up on my game. I'm just trying to figure out if I've progressed or if I haven't, or what I liked about certain periods of this podcast versus what I didn't like, whatever.
That's good.
But the amount of times that I said, does that make sense? Does that make sense? In the early days of this podcast, that should have been the t-shirt, not I'm not on social media.
That should have been the drinking game.
Yeah, that should have been the drinking game, in all
Yeah.
honesty. And these people would have, well, they would have not been fined to drive to Hot Point Davis Arena.
get an Uber.
Yeah, no, they get Ubers out there. They're expensive, but every time I go, or when I used to go, I basically got an Uber. I'd always stay in Louisville and get an Uber out there. It's like $25 a ride, but it was
Wow.
worth it to see OVW.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
No, I just kind of think that we're reopening that conversation, not only in this podcast, but on their television show. Is like, maybe this is like the only part of us that we can tinker with to take us to the next level at this point, because the wrestling's good and the lighting's good and the cameras are better and the digital effects are better. Maybe this is like the last thing. It's like, how can we really like squeeze all of the grapes that we have here? And I maybe it is giving referees personality. Maybe it is giving referees more of a authoritative voice inside of some of these matches. I don't know.
I like that angle of refs.
I do too.
Because they play a big role, and it's good when they get
Involved.
characterized too and involved. And that's a great point.
Well,
So is Dallas your second favorite city in Texas?
Oh, look at
Galvatron?
that. Call Pat.
That's right.
I don't get got very often. I got on that one. That was very funny. No, it's Galveston.
That's your second favorite
You said that
after
was your
Galvatron?
first.
Yeah, Galvatron's my first one, and Galveston's my second one.
Oh, okay. All right, I see.
Dustin Jackson takes the victory here, but is by disqualification. We were talking at the beginning of this conversation about this match, like, they're going to give it back to Dustin, and that's going to be the end of Jake Lawless's run. No, this is a feud. This is now a feud within 1 week.
Yeah.
And one decision by Dallas to throw out the match. Dustin, if we know anything about him, he don't like winning that way.
No.
Yeah.
And he won't, and as a matter of fact, other than when he's forced to. But like if he had it his way, he would never win like this. It's always a count to three, both shoulders on the mat. Bell rings for Dustin.
Real.
Well, on top of that, that's how you get the gold.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they don't change hands otherwise.
Mm-mm. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
But as we're looking at No Rest for the Wicked, September 28th, this is, if I had to guess, this is another match on the card.
Yeah.
Dustin Jackson,
yeah.
Jake Lawless.
I'm definitely
gotta
thinking
be.
that this will be in there.
Um,
Probably about 2/3 of the way in.
it would be a shame if it wasn't. Based off of this match and this match alone, it
Yeah.
would be a shame if it wasn't.
Oh yeah.
Just even in the middle too, Dustin, he's incorporating kind of like more like MMA type moves, which I think is very smart decision for Dustin based on just his size alone. But there's the moment where Jake Lawless is refusing to let Dustin grab the full armbar. And we can still tell, even though Dustin's a former champion, he's very experienced at this time, we can still tell that story between these two guys because it's the truth. Dustin's a little bit more Richard Shore, as we learned from Zachary D. Pittman last week. And Jake Lawless is still the veteran here. He still has more ring awareness. He's still going to be able to see where things are going and prevent them from happening. And I think that's one of my favorite kind of tried and true go-to wrestling storylines.
Yeah.
How can the underdog beat the more experienced person?
Yeah.
And we saw a little bit of that in this match between Dustin Jackson and Jake Lawless, but boy, did we see a lot of it in the main event of Hour 1. J3, level 3.
No. This is
Oh, so wait.
U.S. champ and
No,
Tony
you're right.
Evans.
No, you're right. Actually, the main event of Hour 1 is Tony Evans and OVW Eric Surge. I was thinking they
That's
happened
the
so
first
close.
match of Hour
That's
2.
the first match of Hour 2.
Yeah.
But we saw a lot of the idea of experience versus hubris, experience versus
Youth.
Yeah. In that match. But we'll talk about that one in a second. Tony Evans with Drew Hernandez versus Eric Surge, who is, of course, our U.S. champion, is the main event of Hour 1. Sorry, I misspoke about that.
That's a deduction.
How are you guys feeling about this match? What do you guys think about this match?
Eric Surge, man. He what a run. I mean,
Yeah.
what more could you ask for, really? I mean, he's not just. I mean, if he sometimes you have a good back and forth match or whatever, or maybe it's a quick, I'm taking care of business match. But either way, he does such a good job just displaying that power, man. Like it makes sense why. I mean, he's the bomb. He's the history maker. He just has a swag to him, man.
He does.
That's really been on display during this run.
This
And-
whole year, really,
and this
starting
whole year,
with the
even
Nightmare
before.
Rumble.
Yeah.
No. He's feeling himself, and man, it's showing. and
He
it's
is,
paying
but he's
off.
not full of himself.
Yes,
There's a
that's
difference.
perfect.
I love that, guys. I love that, guys.
Yeah,
He's feeling himself, but he's not full of himself.
Yeah, feeling himself.
Very down to earth.
Yeah, no, that's it, and that can take you so far.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and Tony, he did his thing as always, man. Especially on that mic.
Yeah, you know what you're getting from Superior Tony
Yeah,
Evans, and
yeah.
that's one of my favorite parts about watching OVW is just listening to him and wondering how he's going to come out and address the crowd, because you know exactly what you're going to get, but you also don't know what you're going to get at the same time.
No, that's it. No, that's a perfect way to put it.
You come out here, let a star in this ring.
Yeah, I love it. I will tune in every week. I'll never miss a week just so I can see that.
I mean, honestly, you
Put
could
a star on this.
you could put together a supercut of Tony Evans because it's pretty much the same promo every time.
It'd be like a YouTube. It's not the same promo every time, but he does start it the same way every time. But it would be like a YouTube video called like Tony Evans saying, "Let a star in this ring for 107 minutes straight."
Oh, please, yeah.
Yeah.
I might do that. I might put that together.
You should.
Someone needs to.
Yeah.
Someone needs to. And yeah, if you've got the guts and blah blah, if you've got the guts,
If you got a pair on you,
if you got a
Yeah.
pair on you, yeah, he kind of has like little signposts for
Yeah.
for every one of those.
And when you're so good at it, it doesn't get old or stale because
No.
he delivers.
The
every
crowd
time.
hates it every single time.
That's
Yeah.
good heel work. Man.
Why change it when
Exactly.
when you
When it
get a
works.
reaction every single effing time? Why change it?
Exactly.
Why change it? We did forget to mention, because we kind of got carried away. I got carried away on bullshit while we were talking about the De Niro's thing. But from a kayfabe perspective, Tony Evans' head probably isn't all in the game here against Eric Surge. We know Tony Evans wants nothing more to be a champion. As he said in our last interview with him, which is up on our YouTube channel now, he said, I want to be like Thanos. I want to just sit up on the hill and look at all of the things that I've accomplished.
That's it. Yep.
But with the Jay De Niro and Tommy Boy De Niro thing looming, the hair match looming, and Tommy
The
Boy,
shaved mannequin, which yes,
Yeah.
we haven't mentioned till now, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's important to bring it up.
the hair cutting of the mannequin earlier, there's no way, I guess, kind of in kayfabe, that Tony Evans is all
there.
his head, you know.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point.
And Eric Surge, maybe a little less experienced than Tony Evans. Eric Surge, for as good of a wrestler as he is, it's very surprising how short of a time he's been wrestling.
Yeah, it was.
yeah,
Yeah,
really.
that interview is also on our YouTube channel. It's only been a couple of years.
But
This is classic Evans and Henchman.
Yes,
Before it was
yes.
Jay De Niro, now it's Drew Hernandez. Anytime Hernandez had a window of opportunity to help Superior Tony Evans, he was right there, whether it was choking Surge through the ropes or whatever. And Tony was quick to capitalize on it. As
Yep.
soon as that window closed, he was right there for the pin. Unsuccessful every single time, and to the point where Surge just kind of had that moment like where nothing you can say or do is going to affect me, and that pretty well took the match home.
Yeah.
and two things kind of on that point. First off, Drew Hernandez's timing throughout all of this was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
He was in and out of the ring in those spots that you were just describing, where he was trying to give Tony a little bit of an upper hand. And then also, this is kind of quintessential Eric Surge, right? I deal with bullshit. I keep getting, you keep getting on my nerves.
Then I get done.
Then I Hulk up again,
Yeah.
because Eric Surge is like so great at just like borrowing stuff from previous baby faces and not making it look like what they were doing. But that thing that Eric Surge does in the middle, I've said this
The
before.
head shake.
It's hulking up. That's what it is.
That's it. No, it's
I
great,
wasn't
yeah.
going to say it, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
I mean, that's what it is. Like, I'm not saying that he, and from what I've heard about Hulk Hogan, I don't think Eric Surge and Hulk Hogan would get along very well. But that's what he's doing. It's a tried and true spot in wrestling. It's one of the most important spots in wrestling of all time. The Hulk up is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yep.
So if you're trying to be an up and coming babyface, you're trying to be one of the best babyfaces of all time. Steal it. Steal it.
That's it. Yeah.
May as well.
Copycat world.
Yeah.
Copy success.
Copy is success. That's
Add
right.
your
man.
own little, seasoning to it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
And Eric Surge, I do want to make very clear, whatever these things that I'm pointing to or talking about that I'm saying he's stealing, he does always make them his own.
Yeah, good artists borrow, great artists steal outright. So you mentioned Drew. He's actually in the ring during our finished video here. If you want to take a look at this,
Would
Yeah,
love to
let's
see
do
it.
this.
Yeah.
they work together so well.
I honestly think at this point that Drew and Tony are hitting a little bit better than Jay and Tony were doing.
Yeah, no, with no disrespect intended at
No.
all to Jay. Just I think Drew makes a better fit.
No disrespect at all.
But look at that.
You better say that.
I would never
You don't-
disrespect
you
the
don't
boss.
disrespect
I don't want to
the
disrespect the
Italian.
Godfather.
No,
Ah.
absolutely not.
Not on this show.
No, and we don't.
You'll find a horse head in your bed.
Oh, and then
Oh, Tony going for the back fist, and Eric Surge having it scouted, putting his own body in danger to be able to do the one move he knows is going to put Tony Evans away. Good stuff. And here's the thing, man, is like every single match I watched tonight, because I say this not all the time, but a lot of the time on the show. I say, if you only go watch one match, make sure it's this one.
You do say that.
First one, I was like, okay, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say about the Tony Evans Eric Surge match. And then I saw our next match, the tag team match. I said, well, it should be this one. And then I saw Big Zo and Crixus. And was like,
Hey, man.
Yeah.
here's actually the one.
Yeah.
But we have this like string of like 3 matches back to back. 4 really, if we can extend it to the Jake Lawless and Dustin Jackson match. That is like hard to pick. No short straws. No short straws between those matches.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It's unpredictable. A lot of it is. That's you
So-
love it.
No, and
Speaking
that's
of
what wrestling's
unpredictable,
supposed to
That's what
be.
it should be. Yes, 100%.
Brian Hines.
That it totally describes in one word how I felt about the first event from hour 2.
100%.
I didn't realize that we had a new tag team. I didn't realize they were going to get a title shot at the top of hour 2. But
so did you guys notice that our good friend Flawless Jake Lawless got his trifecta tag buddies into that match? Like during the promo backstage promos during hour 1, we kind of
Yeah, because we saw the J3 Kirko promo, and then it kind of dissolved into this match.
a couple of them back and forth, but Jake kind of got him into this.
Yep.
yeah, which that didn't work out too well for them. So would the flawless part still stand or no?
Well, and here's the thing, and I said this when Jake got put with the trifecta. I was like, it's a matter of time with those boys, especially now that you're the only one without a belt, or you're the only one with a belt in the group.
After you talk them into
them
this
into-
match
yeah.
with the newcomers.
I think that if the trifecta stick together, I think that'll be very interesting to watch. If the trifecta, the first 2 establishing members of the trifecta turn on Jake, I think that'll be very interesting to watch, especially if we're moving forward with a Dustin Jackson feud.
Angle? Yeah.
A lot of directions to go, a lot of strings to tie together here after this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So honestly, I thought that our team here of level 3 had about as much of a chance of winning as Pete Buttigieg does in 2028, which is 0, which is absolutely 0. That was inspired by the lady that I saw driving with a bumper sticker that says Pete 2028 on it, actually coming out of your neighborhood over there, Hines. And I was just like, oh, you are insane. First off.
Maybe it was a different Pete.
Oh, no. People that would already be buying, and based on some of the other bumper stickers she had, I could tell she's like, oh, no, Pete, he would be a really good candidate. No. Here's the fact. Here's the fact of the matter is that level 3 was always going to win this match. And Pete Buttigieg is never going to win in 2028. He's not even going to win. I'll say it right here. He's not even going to win a primary. He's not even going to win a primary in his own state.
Getting some takes in stone.
Yeah. It's like I said, we're getting into midterm season, baby. This is when stuff starts getting real fun. But I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how good this match was. I couldn't believe that this was actually the meanest that we've seen the trifecta
Yeah.
Yep.
in their run.
That's true.
Which is saying a lot
Yeah.
from those guys.
They have some moments. Yeah.
But, like, they took them out back. The trifecta took these boys out back for a majority of this match.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was through confidence and perseverance and a few pretty lucky breaks.
Yeah. The experience thing again.
The experience.
Like you said
Mhm.
with these dynamics. Yeah.
But, the experience thing And like there was just, it was so refreshing to see kind of, I guess what I would consider the story of this match is that the trifecta kept saying kind of themselves, why doesn't this work? Why doesn't this work? Why are all the things that we're doing not working? Because they work on everybody else. So we just have to keep getting meaner and keep hitting them harder. But level 3, very important here, recent graduates of the OVW Academy
That's right.
stuck to what they were taught.
Yep.
And that's how they won.
Yeah, we haven't seen either one of them very much on Rise. Maybe 2 times each,
Sure, yeah.
maybe. But I mean,
And not always friends either.
yeah, we've been impressed with both of them when we've seen them. What little we've seen of them. Outstanding performance from these two. It looks like
yes,
they've been working
100%.
together as a tag team for years.
100%. But the commentators put it over, hey, these are recent grads. If you want to wrestle like this, if you want to have opportunities like this, you come and you learn to wrestle at OVW.
This was the best wrestling commercial I have ever seen.
It's
This match.
yes. Because who's the actual winner here? Like, it's not the team
fans.
of level 3. It's not the fans, actually, even though the fans did win.
Wait, what? I win?
The winner, the title holders right now, in my mind, not from a kayfabe perspective, but from a fan's perspective, what they were trying to tell me is that the winner is the OVW Academy and any potential students thereof.
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
your face
Yeah.
here kind of moment.
Yes.
Yeah, come be a champ really quick if you put in the work. Man.
Yes, exactly, Brian Allen.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. And more power to you. Honestly, we talked either last week or the week before about how there was no other true contenders for the tag belts.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was muggy. Yep.
If you're gonna do it with a surprise, do it with the young guys, and put yourself over while you're doing it. We taught these guys how to wrestle.
Yeah.
It's like an RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No, I really did. I thought this match was fantastic.
You want
and
to see the winning moment?
I would love to.
This was cool.
Yeah,
No,
this
this was dope, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
well, and like you have just such a perfect dichotomy between J3 and Kirko. J3, I think, a little. He's Ricky Morton, right? He's gonna be the one taking the abuse. He's gonna be the one getting the heat. He's gonna be the one inside of a majority of the match.
Yep.
He's gonna get that hot tag to Kirko. Kirko's gonna clean house.
Yeah. No, I like that.
It's
I
great.
like it.
It's great.
Yeah.
I love it. And honestly, up until seeing this match, I was kind of like not sure who's the heater, who's this, who's that, who is the Ricky, and who is the Robert, to put it in the most like old school terms humanly possible. I think we've got a very defined Ricky, a very defined Robert, and we've got champions now, new champions,
We sure do. And new.
and new.
Congratulations, level 3.
No.
Oh yeah, congrats. That was amazing.
And I usually don't watch the show until like about right before we go on. I try to stay spoiler free, and I think it just makes my coverage a little bit better, if not a little bit more sporadic, which is more fun for me. But our friend Matthew sent us a picture of
Yeah, I was just getting
Yeah.
ready to say, you're not on social media, so you don't get any spoilers, but I know most of what happened within 45 minutes of the show being over, whether I've gotten a chance to watch it live or not.
But
And to your point, I hadn't even made it home from work yet on
Yeah.
Thursday, and
Yeah.
Matthew's already sending me pictures of him with level 3, and it's like,
Yeah.
we've already talked about spoilers, but I don't want to be a jerk, but at the same time, wow, look, new tag team champs.
I
Still cool.
Yeah.
might have cursed. I won't do it here, but my exact words to Matthew were, "What the f happened?"
Yeah. I got on Instagram. I think Thursday later that night and saw.
Yep,
saw
there it
something,
is.
and I was the same.
Yeah.
Same response. Like, what
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
It was incredible to watch live.
Like I said about not just Pete Buttigieg, but any potential candidates 3 years away from the thing. Like this was an approaching zero chance here.
Yeah.
Man.
Like this was Oppenheimer almost blowing up the world before he tested the bomb. It's approaching zero.
Is this during the Barbie movie?
It was the next week. I actually saw it the next week after.
Oh, I see.
Barbenheimer was
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer
great
was
time.
one of the greatest things that ever happened.
Exactly. It was. If you missed out on it, I'm sorry. It was so great.
Yeah,
You know what the greatest thing to ever happen was?
probably
Sliced bread?
when I'm not gonna make that joke. Never mind.
I was going to say, Crixus and Big Zo.
No, this was the match of the night, guys. If you watch one match from the evening, make sure it's Crixus and Big Zo. I could not believe this. I could not believe it.
That was something else.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I think this is the best Crixus has looked. I say this all the time, but like Crixus, I don't know, man. Like there just seems like time where his heart is like always in it, and in it in like a really undeniable way.
Yeah.
And then there just does seem like sometimes where like he had a hard day at work, or like he doesn't.
Put upon.
Yeah, he's a little put upon.
It happens. Yeah.
This was Crixus firing on all cylinders, and this was a side of Big Zo that we haven't seen in this podcast.
No.
And Big Zo, I think it also happened what we were talking about with the ref having to gain control of the match. I think it happened here too towards the end where Zo keeps hitting all the Vader bombs.
Yep.
And he calls them Zo bombs, right? But they're Vader bombs. He hits like 5 Vader bombs in a row. And it's like this is the social work guy.
Yeah, he was no games.
Yeah.
He was no games.
Like if Big Zo comes up to your house, investigate your stuff.
Just tell him what he wants
Just
to
tell
know.
him what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
I mean, he will break his foot off in your ass.
Do you want to see the doctor do a little, not talk a little about it a little more, but we do end with that bomb.
No, I
so.
just couldn't. I want to get your guys' opinion. I couldn't within a week, and we saw a little bit of it last week at the end of the show.
A little, yeah.
But within a week, just the Big Zo who's like hugging kids and signing autographs and like always has a smile on his face is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crixus didn't even get to the ring.
Nope.
I mean, he took 2 steps through the entrance and then down the ramp, and bam, there was Big Zo, and he manhandled Crixus this whole entire match, and that is not something lightly done. If you've never met Crixus in real life, if you've never been to Davis Arena or seen an OVW live show where Crixus has had a match, he's a pretty stout dude.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not
And
small.
This
Not small.
is as fierce as we've ever seen him.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
Like it was nothing.
Even his makeup, Crixus' makeup this week, which he's wearing makeup for a long time, he looks like scarier though. Like
Yeah.
the way that I know it's like a play on the Scottish flag, but like there's just something about the way that he has it accenting his face where it looks like he's here for more business.
Especially when he came out because the blue light kind of hit him. It reminded me of
100%.
that Lights Out match between the Fiend Bray Wyatt and LA Knight.
LA Knight,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my guy.
I know. I was gonna say, this is
Shoot.
there's it's at your house. It's LA Knight and CM Punk
Yeah.
and
yeah,
nobody
that's
else.
it. Man. Yeah. Yep. That's it.
How's your fantasy team doing? Did you win week 1?
We did. My chances weren't great. Probability was low, but we got it done.
That's good.
How
That's
about you,
good.
man?
I won week 1, and
Nice.
I was almost the highest scoring person in the league, and would have been if I didn't have the Ravens defense, who lost me 7 points.
I had him too.
Dude, it was awful.
It was.
I couldn't. They were one of the best defenses last year. I said,
Yeah.
"No, this is going to be a home run. This is going to be easy."
They gave up
As a
lot.
Bengals fan, I am thrilled that the Ravens lost.
Yeah, it helps y'all.
And the Browns, too, because guess what? The Bengals won.
Here comes Malachi.
Fantasy what now?
Fantasy, Sweet Sweet Fantasy by Mariah Carey featuring an Old Dirty Bastard.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
Hey,
it
let's
is.
look at the end of this Crixus and Big Zo match now. What do you say?
I do want to say kind of one last thing though.
Sure.
I don't know if this Crixus Big Zo thing is a feud. I don't know if Big Zo is looking at the U.S. title. I don't know what Big Zo's doing. Keep this version of Big Zo.
Yeah.
Keep this version of Big Zo.
I would imagine this is what Legacy of Brutality Big Zo was like,
It's very similar.
and I'm here for it.
There's the part in it where Crixus kind of realizes like, oh, if I don't end this right now with the Highland Heat Seeker, I'm not gonna win this. And Big Zo just said, get that dumb shit out of here.
Yeah.
Just smacked him right out of the middle
And
of the
he
air.
meant it.
yeah.
It was great. It was great. This was a great match.
He was wearing a dog tag, too, I might add. I've never seen him wear a dog tag before.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't see that. I usually watch on my phone, so smaller things like that are harder for me to see. But let's see the end of the match, please. Zobomb, Vader Bomb. Should have been a pin. He said nope.
No. He's out to prove a point.
And then, dude, that part right there, that actually got me more than anything.
Charlene, great timing there too. What the?
And the smile.
Yeah.
The smile from Big Zo, and the slower, more anticipatory pace of Big Zo on the final Vader Bomb. Great. Chef's kiss. No
Did you
notes.
see the look on his face after the match?
Oh, he's in. Yeah.
Madman.
It's like a bulldog.
Yeah.
Like a Rottweiler.
Yeah.
See, watch. Look at her.
Yeah.
What
timing's
the?
great.
He's just playing with him.
Yeah. Charlene is doing well in this thing too. Since we're talking about refs tonight.
Oh, we give credit where credit is due, no matter if they're ref or cameraman or announcer or whatever. But there's just they put some of Michael's special sauce in the water tonight. If you remember Space Jam.
Ooh,
I do not.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's stuff.
Yeah, where he gives them placebo.
Just water.
Yeah, it's just
Placebo.
regular water. I bet that movie doesn't hold up very good. I saw the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie a few weeks ago. I was like, oh, this is a bad movie.
Yeah, man. The campiness is appreciated.
In sixth
for
grade,
sure.
I loved it a lot. So, what's up with the women's division? We don't get a match
no
here.
match.
It's been
Tonight,
kind of
right?
quiet over there.
So I love to go through the comments section. And one of the comments, and again, this person used a fake name and not a real picture of themselves, was, "The women are the best part of OVW. It's a shame they don't even have women's matches anymore." I was like, okay, good. Thank you for watching 1 week of this show. Thank you for literally watching 1 week of this show. There was 6 days ago, there was a women's match. It just, these people on the internet, man, like they, and I host a podcast. And I understand how important it is to hear yourself talk. These people on the internet, they just don't have anything to say. And I'm not saying that I do either, but
I've got 111 previous episodes that say maybe you've got a thing or two to say. Jack.
I got 13 years of the radio too.
Speaking of not having anything to say, after this match, here comes J-Rod with a mic.
So one of the winciest moments that I've had in the last 2 years of this podcast, just like, oh no, don't do that, was seeing J-Rod come out in those big heels and then immediately going to stand on the ropes. I was like, no, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Easy.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Those are tall heels, man.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
And not a lot of wiggle room if you were to slip on the rope with those things.
No, and we've seen people have issues with heels at ringside at Davis Arena.
We certainly
in the
have.
past.
We certainly have. But I think that we had to get the women on TV somehow. Maybe it just didn't work out that we had the people for the matches this week that we wanted. But the women have to be represented. If you're a person out there who's like, oh, what's going on with the women's division? Or like, oh, it's a shame that they used to have women's matches in this. This is an anomaly. This is not the rule.
Plus, we seem to have somebody new in the women's division because now both J-Rod and OVW Women's Champion Freya the Slayer have been attacked right at the top of the ramp.
And we don't know who it is.
It's Sophia Rose. I don't think it's anyone new.
I think it's one of the Larkins.
Yeah, that's what I think, is that it's an evil Larkin.
It can't be.
No?
Because Larkin was laying back down in the ring
first
last
time.
week. Yeah. Now it could have been Larkin this week, and it's Sophia Rose and Larkin in tandem. Sure. I don't think that's what it is, though.
I think it's just Sophia mad?
I think that the character of Larkin is too good to change right now. I think that the character of Sophia needs to be changed.
No longer America's sweetheart.
It's been she doesn't have the America's Sweetheart character was to get her to the championship, and subsequently have her lose it. Now both of those things have happened. Why keep it the same way?
No, I agree.
So my money's on Sophia. I think that they're definitely kind of trying to allude to it's somebody new, but that's what's going to make the Sophia ultimate reveal that much more jaw-dropping.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, I like
But no, I mean, guys, if you're out there and you're listening to this and you're worried about women's place on the card in OVW, trust me, it ain't going anywhere.
No.
Let's talk about our final match of the evening, the Rise main event, bout 7 of the evening, between Star Rider and OVW heavyweight champion Cal Hero. What did you guys think of this match?
I was a little surprised to see it again. I mean, I'm glad that there was no outside interference. Last week it was pretty predictable. We kind of figured that during
100%.
this match, the Goon Syndicate would come in and everybody would jump Cal, thus making it a superhero versus villain kind of scenario, which we got. But the fact that all associates from either side are barred from ringside was surprising a little bit, but necessary. I was even more surprised that that's actually how it came out, and nobody did end up trying to sneak out there to help their buddy or whoever. But,
I was surprised that it was like 2 subsequent events. It was like one segment, but it was 2 subsequent events. I was surprised that Cal stole that victory so quickly last week.
Yeah, it was amazing.
No, definitely. Brian Allen, what do you think of it?
Yeah. No. So, Star Rider and main events. That makes me happy, man.
Me too.
Don't mess with Star Rider.
Yeah.
He's an immense talent, and it was so cool to see him get to duel with Cal here. This one, they got to actually play things out, tussle a little more, dance some more, man, and it was a full display. Like, both these guys, they belong. I love when there's a main event. You're like, whoever's in it, they belong here. And
that's a great observation.
That was the feeling here. One's already champion, so for Star Rider, this is huge. He had to put on a real good display and show, like, I like more of these. I deserve to be here in this scene, and he did that. He delivered, man.
Yeah.
I hate to see him, kind of take the pin again, but no, I'm glad there wasn't that interference like we kind of thought there still might be anyway. But they held true to that. No help. It's just going to be straight up hands for each other, man. Yeah.
So, how do I want to say this?
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to build toward the argument over the course of this podcast that it is important for Cal to transition to something completely different from the Jamin thing. I believe that that's true. In fact, I know it's true. You can't do another Jamin thing with Cal. You just can't. However, I usually don't like spooky stuff. I just don't. It's not for me. Like, I'm okay with suspension of disbelief, but like when we're transporting stuff and we're doing magic and stuff, wrestling can kind of like lose what I appreciate about it for me in that way. All of that goes out the window if these guys are in a feud and the matches are this good every week.
Yeah.
I know that I talked a lot about how good the Big Zoe match was, and it was my favorite match of the night. It was not the best match of the night. The best pure wrestling match of the night was the main event between Cal Hero and Star Rider.
There we're going.
And it just occurred to me that, like, I'll put up with like transportation and scary stuff and spooky stuff if I get more matches like this.
Yeah.
Star Rider's in the best shape of his career.
Yep.
He's incredible.
He's
Cal
ripped.
Hero is in the best shape of his career.
Right. Definitely.
And these guys, they knew. Inevitably, I think Cal had to win here. I don't think that Star is like gonna beat Cal, just from a kayfabe perspective, without help.
Yep.
But man, was I willing to bite on maybe Star Rider beat Cal tonight?
There
close ones, man.
there were several times when I was on the edge of my seat wondering, holy shit, is Star Rider actually going to win this?
No,
Two nines, man.
the worm was in my mouth so many times on this. The hook was not, but the worm definitely was.
Yep.
And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how hard hitting this was. I couldn't believe how physical it was. It looked like a peak effing Ring of Honor match.
Yeah.
Like it looked like that work rate era of Ring of Honor that like I'm so in love with. This was a great match, guys. This was a fantastic main event after 2 hours worth of great matches and great segments.
Yeah.
Sometimes stuff just gets in the water at OVW, and everyone has to outdo each other.
Yep.
And tonight, I think, was one of the nights that everyone did.
Yeah.
That's not enough to let Star Rider take the victory. I don't want this feud to go anywhere.
Yeah, man.
I want to see more of this because I want to see and I'll deal with a few weeks of Goon Squad versus Z Squad. Is that their name?
The Super
Yeah.
Friends.
Goon Syndicate versus the Super Friends. Yeah, I'll deal with a few weeks of that because that'll be fun. PG-13 will be fun. You know, like I'll have fun in the middle. But I can't wait to get back to a singles match between Cal Hero and Star Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that these two boys sold me on the future of this feud.
Yeah, man.
Big time.
They were great, dude. They were
Big
great.
time.
And the more time went on, Star Rider just got unhinged there at the end,
did.
like rocking back and
Yeah.
forth, and like almost sucking his thumb at one point.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he is just going to lose his marbles over this.
Well, yeah, you not only had this like really great physically demanding match, wonderfully timed match, but you got character stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like that, and that's something that Peak Ring of Honor was never able to do, was get character stuff in the middle of these workhorse matches.
Yeah, it's,
No, I think that this was. We say this a lot, but I mean, guys, this was a heck of an episode of wrestling television this past
Yes, it
evening
was.
or past week.
Yep.
Any final thoughts, fellas? Cal Hero
see
takes the
the-
victory.
let's see
yeah,
the
let's see
ending.
the ending.
Yeah, let's see the ending.
Wrong one, wrong
Oh, wait,
that
not
ending.
that one.
I'll watch that again though.
Let's go to this.
Got the avalanche
Rolling
suplex.
through.
Yep. Avalanche suplex with the roll through back. It looked like he was going for another suplex. Fanny pack knee to Hero's Journey.
That was quicker than a hiccup. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was watching earlier and I blinked and literally missed it. And it's
Yeah.
like, wait, what?
was good.
And I had to go back and scroll because just like that.
Yeah.
It was a great sequence.
Give it
It was.
It was a great sequence to have to end the show on.
That was a 1-2 punch.
Am I the only one who thought, what's with the Donatello pants?
I actually was kind of thinking they were more. There was something that they reminded me of that because they're obviously going for Joker.
Yeah.
But there was something that when I was watching this match, I was like, this reminds me of something. It wasn't Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, though. I would have remembered that. I just saw the movie a couple weeks ago. Malachi? What else? Anything else? Any final words, Malachi? No final words. Brian Allen, Brian Hines, any final words, fellas?
There was time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
Love it, Brian Allen.
Yeah. Favorite wrestling company in the world, man. Keep going. Keep doing your thing. It's perfect, man.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you, OVW, for all of the clips. Thank you, Malachi P.S. Woodard. Thank you, Tiny Brian K. Woodard. My name is Jack Minoaks.
I'm Brian Hines.
And I'm Brian Allen.
And this has been the OVW podcast, the original podcast of Ohio Valley Wrestling.